How has this experience changed your relationship with your support person?
You'll see like that she's a very lovely person, and she is a caregiver down at heart like that. She's always been one like that, and that was just a blessing in disguise for me. Like that made us, stronger. Yeah, but yeah, it was very good like that, And now I have an opportunity every once in a while to do things for her after the long period of time she was helping me out or caregiving for me, I guess you want to say.
One of the positive things that really happened, and it was really a surprise, we had a strong marriage with my wife, who is also my caregiver. But I saw a change in her in terms of her protectiveness and her assertiveness with me and with others in terms of making sure that I am safe and don't get in harm's way. And sometimes I would even be the cause of that. So we had a very open, honest communication, and our relationship actually became stronger as a result of that. And we communicated, we thought we had great communication before, but it even was enhanced due to this process of her taking care of me.
These are my daughters, D'Angela and Demetra, and they are my primary caregivers. And we have always been very strong as far as our relationships, and it's even better. They're very overprotective, but they did a great job, really great job.
My support person, Jude, has been with me through this entire experience. And so, of course, it's been a defining portion of our experience together. Her worry about my health, taking care of myself. We have a little ritual that we go through, and we prepare my medications. So it's been a component of our life, but it's sort of faded in importance, as you might imagine, over the years.
My support person throughout my illness and transplant was my mom, and we were close before this experience, but I have to say that this just brought us closer on a whole different level, and it's an experience that we will never forget, and it was a huge struggle for us. I mean, we actually planned my funeral together in the hospital about a week before I was transplanted because it just wasn't looking like I was going to make it. And to go through something like that with another person, it just deepens your relationship in a way that really nothing else can.
It did. My support person was my mother. She's like my best friend. Been that way forever. But it was a little difficult. I mean, she was super supportive. I'm super independent. And between the two of us, I mean, it brought us closer, and it also caused us to butt head a couple of times. She was very motherly and wanted me to hold back, and I was very, very interested in getting my independence and getting some portion of my life back. And she saw some things pre and post transplant that she still carries with her. And I, as a mother, I always tell people that a mother shouldn't have to see their child go through what she saw. But I think all things considered, it brought us closer. And I mean, she kind of cracks jokes at me now because I kind of looked funny while I was, in the ICU post-transplant. So, but it's a good relationship. It's a good relationship. I would say for anybody who brings a caregiver into their situation, just to really, as much as you can, and really as much as you can, try to prepare them for the unknown, because there's a lot of things that they're going to see and have to go through, and it's very tiring. And I saw that in her. She was very exhausted and very tired, trying to be strong for herself and trying to be strong for me.
My relationship with my support group, my husband and my daughter and other family members, has changed a lot. They tend to hover over me a little more than normal. They are very sensitive to my needs. They're very sensitive to my mood changes. And I know they love me. I know they care about me. And they make a big effort to make sure that I'm included in as much as I can be, even with some limitations that I might have.
We're closer, I think. I think with the relationship, my relationship with my support people has grown. My sister and I are closer. We've always been close, and my husband and I are closer. So that's how it's changed. Yeah.
The experience, it changed it for the better. I remember talking with Mason, and I kind of had to tell him, hey, you got to step in now because my mom wasn't around to do it. And I said, if this works, we have to have some sort of celebration, because we had been together. We met in college in Wisconsin, where we're originally from, and so we had been together for about 11 years already. And so, I was like, if this works, we need to have, like, I don't know what you want to call it. It's not going to be a marriage. It's not whatever that is, but a celebration of me and you, like, getting through another great thing together. And so it was about 2 years after my transplant that we had family come in from Wisconsin, all of our friends from California, and we had a ceremony and everything like that, exchange words with each other and to our friends and family. And so it made us stronger. And it's been really good. It's nice to know that you have someone that's there through the good and the bad. So it was helpful.
I was able to take advantage of a support team. One was my mom and one was my husband. They tag teamed each other just because of their own needs in their lives. And this whole process brought us so much closer together. We experienced things that most people don't experience in their daily lives, and we were able to help each other and learn and grow and be caretakers of each other.
Since transplant, well, actually even before the transplant, having to rely on her and each other so much gave me a whole lot better appreciation for a relationship. I mean, we've always gotten along very well. We've never had any real arguments or any problems, but when we were both working and busy all the time, it's you kind of lose some of the appreciation of what that other person is about. This whole process gave me, at least, a chance to really take a better look at myself, her relationship, and just relationships in general with people.
The way this transplant has changed my relationship with my support person, being that she's my wife, is I think it's made us a little bit closer. I think some of it is the support, but I think a lot of it is just the whole process in and of itself. You are sick enough and need enough help and vulnerable enough that you're opening yourself up, usually in a way that even in a marriage you wouldn't necessarily do. And you have to get used to that a little bit, especially if you've been independent most of your life. So it's a challenge, but it ends up being incredibly rewarding because I think it brings you much closer together.